You think the problem is the job. The problem is the person you've become because of the job. You stare out the window of your corner office, or maybe you just closed a massive deal from your ergonomic home setup. The six-figure salary hits your account, and for a fleeting moment, you feel powerful. But that feeling is immediately replaced by a heavy, crushing realization. You are bored, you are numb, and you are trapped. You crave freedom. The freedom to choose your hours, your projects, your life. You dream of the dramatic exit, the cinematic 2-week notice, the moment you shed your corporate skin and become an entrepreneur. Let me introduce you to your prison, the golden handcuffs. These aren't just a metaphor for the salary and the benefits. They are the psychological chains forged by years of predictable success, easy validation, and outsourced structure. You know how to succeed in this environment. The rules are clear. Show up, follow the chain of command, hit the target, and the rewards keep coming. Your brain loves this predictability. It is the easiest, most comfortable way to earn a high income. Here's the first shocking truth. The comfort of your high-paying job has created a deep, subconscious fear of true self-responsibility. When you quit, you don't just lose the paycheck. You lose the structure, the title, the social proof, and the built-in audience for your competence. For years, your identity has been subsidized by your company. That fancy title, Director of Strategy, Senior Engineer, VP of Sales, it's not yours. It belongs to the corporation. When you walk out, you are committing identity theft against yourself. You look in the mirror and realize you don't know who you are without the safety net and the badge. This is why people relapse. They quit, they struggle with the crushing silence of the unknown, and they run right back to the corporate security blanket, because the perceived certainty of a steady paycheck feels infinitely safer than the required uncertainty of building something from scratch. Your mind equates financial security with emotional security, and you are terrified of sacrificing both. To break these cuffs, you must introduce a clear mindset shift. Your high-paying job is not a life sentence, it's a venture capital fund. Stop viewing your salary as something you need to spend to maintain a lifestyle. Start viewing it as seed money and runway fuel for your escape vehicle. Every dollar earned is a dollar that buys you time and reduces the desperation when you finally leave. The successful people who quit high-paying jobs don't leave out of anger or frustration. They leave when their escape fund is so large that their high-paying job becomes logically irrelevant to their future success. They turn the handcuff into a weapon. Your takeaway? You aren't quitting the company, you are funding your retirement from the current career track. Stay longer, but work with the ferocious, focused intensity of an investor who is about to cash out. You successfully funded your escape. You gave your notice, walked out the door, and took a celebratory deep breath of fresh, non-fluorescent air. Freedom! The first week is glorious. You finally work on your passion project, you read, you go to the gym at 10 a.m., then, the silence descends. And here is your next harsh insight. You don't just miss the paycheck. You miss the boss. Not the actual person, but the boss function. The external structure, the clear deadlines, the immediate accountability. Your high-paying job dictated your entire schedule. Meetings started on time, deliverables had firm due dates, your calendar was a map, and your job was just to follow it. Now you have the mythical creative freedom, and it feels terrifying. It's a vacuum. The truth is, your creative freedom is worthless without brutal self-discipline. You are your own worst boss. You'll give yourself extensions, you'll let yourself sleep in, you'll spend 3 hours researching on YouTube when you should be building your product. You confuse flexibility with unbounded laziness. The hardest part about quitting your job isn't the work. It's creating a demanding, unforgiving work environment where you have to hold yourself accountable. This is why many ex-executives or senior managers who quit to become consultants fail. They assume their competence in the structured environment will translate seamlessly to the unstructured one. It rarely does. Here's the shocking truth. You have become psychologically conditioned to perform under external pressure and predefined consequence. Without the looming threat of an annual review or a client pitch, your motivation engine stalls. You are great at following orders, but you're terrible at commanding yourself.
You need to install a new operating system that runs on internal commitment and self-imposed consequence. You must replace the corporate structure you quit with a self-generated, non-negotiable personal structure. This means scheduling the pain. Block time for deep strategic work, the uncomfortable stuff your old job never required. Tell a friend or a mentor your non-negotiable deliverables and give them permission to call you out if you miss them. Pay for an accountability coach. You must invest in replacing the external pressure that kept you moving. Don't rely on inspiration or motivation. Rely on the same ruthless scheduling you use to hit corporate targets. The clear takeaway? The pursuit of freedom requires the most restrictive set of self-rules you've ever imposed. Treat your personal business like your most important, demanding client, and be harder on yourself than any boss ever was. That's the only way to build a financial foundation that lasts.
You have structure. You have funding. You are working with a punishing, self-imposed discipline. But a month or two into your freedom, a new, insidious problem creeps in. The social stigma. You go to a dinner party. Someone asks what you do. You used to be able to say, "I'm the VP of Operations at Global Corp." The conversation would stop right there. Validation secured. You were a peer, a member of the high-income tribe. Now you say, "I'm working on my own thing, a consulting business helping small e-commerce brands." Here is the final, most devastating truth. Your social circle isn't judging your idea, they're judging your income potential. And they see you as having taken a step down. Your high-paying job was a social shield and a status marker. It allowed you to bypass the scrutiny and doubt that everyone else faces. Your corporate title was your armor. Now you are just an ambitious person with a laptop. And your former peers, the ones still drawing those six-figure checks, see you as a temporary failure, someone who couldn't hack it in the real game. They are waiting for you to come crawling back because your success outside the system challenges their decision to stay. This is the loss of the tribe. You no longer speak the same language. Your old colleagues talk about quarterly reports and office politics. You talk about funnel conversion rates and content marketing. The gap widens, and suddenly you feel profoundly lonely. You start to doubt yourself, wondering if the secure path was the right one after all. The pressure to conform and return to the established path is immense, and it comes disguised as friendly concern. You need to internalize the final, crucial mindset shift. You are no longer playing their game. You have traded short-term status for long-term leverage. The high-paying job offers high income, but zero leverage. You trade time for money, and the time is always capped. The freedom path offers low initial income, but infinite leverage. Your time, if spent on building assets, a business, an audience, a scalable system, can yield exponential returns. Your goal isn't to be paid $300,000 this year, it's to build a system that pays you $300,000 forever, without your constant soul-crushing input. The successful transitioners don't wallow in this social void. They aggressively build a new tribe. They seek out the entrepreneurs, the creators, the people who are obsessed with building capital and systems, not chasing a salary. You must find a new group that celebrates ownership and freedom over security and servitude. This new tribe will understand that your initial dip in income is not a failure. It's the cost of admission to the game they're already winning. Your punchline is the final challenge to action. The price of true freedom is the temporary loss of social status. Stop worrying about what your corporate friends think of your bank account. Go build the business that lets you fire all of them as clients. Get rich enough to never need a job again.